This box that we have here is magical. Ooh. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a little bit of a different video. The other day on Twitter, I asked my followers the following. You have one magic button in your Tesla to assign any feature control on the main screen. Which feature would you assign to it? So we're gonna go over the details of that tweet and then have some fun. Check it out. When I asked that question, I have a bunch of really good responses. I love Tesla, or Tesla EG, said a button to go to neutral. So here's the thing. These are things that are possible, right? This one thing you can do. You just pull on the stock. If you're on drive, you hold it halfway and the car goes to neutral. So you don't need a custom magic button for that. A magic button to open the glove box. They need napkins and tissues quickly. Yep, that's a good idea. Maybe we do a setup for the magic button for that. Tesla Joy said, fold my laundry. So, yeah, I wish we could do that, but we can't. We have our friend Want to Run Again asking a button to go directly to the nav volume settings so that I can quickly change the volume to be loud enough that I can hear it. So here's the thing. When the navigation volume kicks in, so it's giving you directions, you can always just use the music volume button to control how the navigation sounds, if it's loud or low. So just give that a shot the next time that you are listening to the navigation, you want to make it louder, just use the same volume knob for the music, use it for that, and you will be able to adjust the navigation volume on the fly. Otherwise, you have to dig into the screen, but that's a fix for that. We don't need a magic button for that. This is a good one. So Fermi's pair of socks says, it would be really nice to have micro LED screens on the wheel. That could be user programmed or whatever we want. Couldn't be safety critical items, but say you often find yourself adjusting the wiper speed. Done. Okay, so that's something that I think we can do with the magic button, and we're gonna try it. Mother Frunker says, click a button on the screen, the frunk fills with cash. Go. The last one from Carlos Garcia says, FSD is fun and all, but a simple mute unmute button for guided navigation. Okay, so like I said before, when the navigation starts talking, just scroll down the volume wheel and you'll make it shut up. It's as easy as that. So now I'm going to show you how we're going to do some of these things. Check it out. The first thing we need to do is move the seat forward. Then we need to shut down the car. Now we can use the prying tool that came with the kit. Open it up, disconnect the original plugs, and install the provided hardware. Tuck the cables back inside. Connect the commander. Close it up. And hide the commander between the seat and the center console. Next, go to your phone's mobile app store, download the Sexy Buttons app, and run it. It will look for your commander and connect to it. Once you find it, in the interface, you will see an option to update the firmware. Go ahead and click on that and download the update. It will take a few moments, but once that process completes, you're ready to continue. So now that that's all completed, we can go ahead and start to set up the buttons. So you tap on the first plus sign. It tells you to press and hold a button. That's how we're gonna connect to it. So you press on the button and hold it until the system recognizes it. Now we repeat the same thing for the rest of the buttons and set them all up. By default, the application assigns functions to each button. So what we're gonna do first is that we're going to customize. Let's change the first one. Right now it's in acceleration, so we're gonna go to the Open tab and select the glove box. This button will open the glove box. So the first few of the buttons, I hid them down here. So you have this one here is going to be for the glove box, and this one is going to open the trunk. So basically, like I said, I have them all hidden around the car, and the first two are here. So I have the glove box opening here, and I have the trunk to open here. So if I hit the first one, I'm going to open the glove box. That's easy. And then if I hit the second one, then I'm gonna open the trunk. And if I hit it again, it closes. Right, so those are the first two. Now the next ones are also hidden. I have one that, for example, if I'm in the car is locked, and I wanted to turn the lights on and off, I have one hidden up here. So I tap here on top and the lights turn on. I tap it again and the lights turn off. So that's the third one. Now I have another one to open the front trunk, which is, I put it where usually where the cars have a button to open the trunk or the hood, right? So I have that one there, I tap it and it opens. And then the other two, for the total of 6, it's gonna be behind the steering wheel. So what I decided to do was that I always have a hard time to increase or decrease the fan speed on the air conditioning. So what I did was that on the right side of the steering wheel, if I tap on that, it increases the fan speed. And if I tap on the left button on the steering wheel, now I can go lower on the fan speed. So that's how I chose to do it. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the functions that some people requested that don't exist. Some of the requests, I set them up here, but it's going to be interesting because the company that makes these buttons is accepting requests for new features, and anything that they can actually do, they're trying to incorporate it there. And some of those features that were requested that don't exist yet will exist in the future. So let's talk about those. You may remember that earlier in the video, we had one request from Fermi's pair of socks. He said a feature to adjust the wiper speed, right? So that is possible. I know that I didn't set that one up, but it's as simple as this. The first thing you want to do is select the button that you want to update. In this case, we're going to change the one that opens the glove box. We're going to go through the application and find where the wiper controls are. Once we find that, we're going to select it, and then you can see all the different options. Right now we can select to increase by 1 and many other settings for the wiper. So if you just want to change, for example, the way that I set it up is AC control fan up and down on the steering wheel, I can change those two to control the wipers. So that's how you update that. Our friend Tesla Mojo, or Chuck Moo, requested a feature to turn on the rear glass defroster. So all you need to do is go back into the application, select the button, and change it so that it controls the rear glass defroster. It's as simple as that. Our friends Mark and Jose requested 2 features that unfortunately are not possible at this moment. So Mark said, show me my odometer, stats since last charge, and miles per kilowatt hour efficiency. And Jose said, service screen, in case you want to glance at the tire pressure. So the problem is that currently these buttons cannot just open up the screen in a specific sub-menu setting. Right now, the functions that this button can control are pretty limited, but eventually in time they will keep adding more and more features, and hopefully you find a feature that is useful for you. I hope that you found this video useful. Thanks to all my viewers that sent me requests for this video. I hope you found it useful. If you'd like to order a pair of these buttons, feel free to click in the description below. At first, I thought the sexy buttons were just a gimmick, but now I understand how good they are, and I really like them. Thank you for watching, and I hope you join me on the next one. Ciao.